planning for the carnival began with a small group of people meeting in their homes during the dark January evenings. A committee of 10 took overall responsibility for the events. Among many other jobs, Elaine Kirby made posters, the Queen's dresses, and persuaded her husband to record the events with his camera. It was Andy Payne's first year as chairman, and assisted by Secretary Carola Miles, they discussed and then delegated the different events to be organised, taking a fair share of the work themselves. There was the pet show, the fancy dress competition, the bands and majorettes for the procession, and the Carnival Queen ceremony. Also, the Police and Fareham Council had to be kept informed of the forthcoming activities, the Red Cross contacted for possible assistance, insurance had to be arranged, and many, many other jobs. The list was endless. The official programme had to be written and compiled, and advertising space sold to help fundraising. Graham Miles printed over 2,000 copies, which were later distributed to all the homes in the area. It was Richard Coleman's first filming job, and he was a big help to the film unit. Andy visited local glasscutter Terry White, who engraved the glass to be presented to Blue Peter's Sarah Green. Terry's contribution was to give his services free, and after preliminary discussions about the design, he began work. This year's Carnival Queen competition had the highest number of entries ever, 63 altogether. The girls, aged between 7 and 13, had to compose a limerick which they read to the judges. Sarah Green from BBC's Blue Peter agreed to come along and talk to the 9 finalists and make the day extra special for everyone.
Thank you. Well, I know there are lots of questions we've got to ask you, and I know all these lovely young ladies in the front here want to ask you a few questions. But first we'll get on with our competition, and what we're going to do is we'll have the final 8 that the judges have chosen. They'll come onto the stage and read their limerick again, and then Sarah will have a couple of words with them.
I'd just like to say thank you very much for inviting me, because I feel very honoured about being here to see and meet all the prospective candidates. Everybody I've met so far here this afternoon has been absolutely beautiful. I think it's a village of beautiful people. It's lovely to be here, so thank you very, very much. Is it something that happens every year?
I don't know, I've only just heard about it.
Oh, I see. A very late entrant, but you've done very well so far, haven't you?
That's terrific.
Are you going to tell us your limerick again, then?
Yes. There was a young girl called Irene who wanted to be Warsash Queen. When it came to the show, no one wanted to know that she was the Carnival Queen.
Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely. Thank you very much, my love. Thank you.
This is a pretty princess with ice cream all over her dress because she tripped on a stone and landed in her cone. What an unlucky princess.
Don't go away yet. Come back, come back. How long did it take you to write that?
Oh, not very long, really.
You're a bit of a poet at heart, then?
Yes.
Modest with it. Okay, then, Tony, take it away.
There was a young lady called Pat who wore a most beautiful hat. When she went on the scene, she was chosen for Queen even though she was funny and fat. There was a young man from New York who tried to eat his pork. Along came a mouse from the other house and gave him a knife and fork.
How long did it take you to think of that one?
Well, Battery, there was a young girl, all spotty and lean, who longed to become a Carnival Queen. It would be such fun if only she won the end to a wonderful dream.
Oh, that's lovely. That was superb limerick. How long did it take you to think of that?
Not very long.
You like writing poetry?
Quite, yeah.
What are your other favourite subjects at school?
I like swimming. And I like playing musical instruments.
What instruments do you play?
I play piano and violin.
Which are you best at, do you think?
Piano. There was a young girl named Paula who was just a little smaller. I can't wear a crown or princess's gown. Why can't I grow a bit taller?
That's brilliant. That's the first time I'm hearing you. Because everybody else has already heard them once, haven't they?
Yes.
Is your mum and dad here today?
My mum is.
Whereabouts is she? Oh, yeah.
There was a young girl of the city who thought that she looked very pretty. She put on a dress but got in a mess and couldn't be queen. What a pity.
When you were told to write a limerick, were you given a particular subject?
No.
You could write about anything you liked.
Yes.
So why did you choose that one?
I want to be Carnival Queen.
And who doesn't? How do you think you'll get on?
Not sure, really.
Not sure. Well, you've done very well so far, haven't you? See you later. Bye-bye.
There was a young man from Dover who wore a suit of clover. One day the wind blew his trousers right off, straight over the white cliffs of Dover.
I'm very glad that Julie hasn't actually illustrated her limerick with a man's trousers blowing off, but it has got, I don't know if you can see, beautiful pressed flowers all over it. I think that's lovely, and the writing is really super. Well done, Diane, well done.
There was a young lady from France who really loved to dance. Her name was Anne, she had a brother called Stan, and he really loved to prance.
You're very dancey type limerick, that's it. Do you like dancing?
Not really.
Don't you like bopping to pop music and stuff?
Well, yeah, I dance with my mum.
Dance with your mum? Right, is mum here? She is? Whereabouts?
She's down there.
Oh, yeah, she's waving there, I can see. Who's your favourite pop star?
ABBA.
ABBA. Great. Did you see Not the 9 o'clock news last night? Just as well. Lovely. Well done, darling. Well done. What's next?
Lovely. You pleased? Excited? You look forward to Carnival Day now? And her two princesses. Wonderful.
Sarah and the newly crowned 1981 Carnival Queen Nicole Elton cut the cake, which was later enjoyed by some of the disappointed girls. It only remained then for the chairman to round off the afternoon's events.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'd just really like to go through all the thank yous, and first of all to thank all these lovely ladies sitting in the front for competing this year. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I hope you're not too disappointed, because I know 3 girls who aren't.
Sarah was presented with the specially inscribed glass, which read, "To Sarah, Warsash Carnival, 1981, with appreciation." She'd had the difficult job of talking to 9 very nervous finalists, and her relaxed and happy conversation brought out the best in the girls and made the decision for the judges even more difficult. She'd been given a warm reception by the children and parents of Warsash, and she'll be remembered with affection by everyone who met her. On Saturday the 6th of June, a real carnival atmosphere was building up as families and groups put the final touches to their carnival floats. The children in particular were excited and eager to help meet the rapidly approaching deadline for the procession. Floats were parked all around Warsash, in drives, roads, car parks and lay-bys. Meanwhile, at the Shore car park, the pet show was in progress. There were several classes, and Mike White of the RSPCA was the judge. Entries included dogs, cats, rabbits, hamsters, tortoises and guinea pigs. Mrs. Adams won the senior citizens class with her Labrador, Kim.